bad bill is use all maneuvering, legislative maneuvering that to prevent it, filibustering, all kind of things. But let me make one for example. Last year, the Republican legislature passed voter ID requirement, and we were lucky that we had a DFL governor who vetoed that bill. I just want to make one of the examples. You know, we had a divided government, and we were lucky, so the governor vetoed it, and it did not become law. Because Minnesota, we are very proud to always lead the nation when it comes to high turnout of the voters. Always we average higher than the nation. So the way to prevent bad deals to come to law is to make sure that it did not reach the Senate floor or it didn't reach the House floor. May also build coalition. We have to also make sure that we can work the other side of the aisle. You know, always very important that, you know, as the DFL, I will make sure that I have a good work in progress the other side of the aisle, whether it's Republican, so we can always get the job done for our district. And also make sure that we have a common sense approach to solve our problems in our state.
Thank you. It relates to state government participation. Minnesota has the highest Somali population in the nation. And to our knowledge, there is no Somali with a significant post in our current state government. So the question is, what would you do to encourage the nomination and the appointment of Somalis to state offices by the executive?
Wonderful question. The District 61 has changed, and our government has to reflect that change. That's the truth. So what I would do there is I would recommend actually that our District 61, that why I think I'm running. I'm running because I believe that the district has changed, and there's a lot of change that reflect our district. So I'm a kind of leader who believes that I can bring all the people in my district, show them that we are a diverse district that welcomes everybody, and also addresses the economic difficulties that many families are facing in our district. Many people lost their houses. When I ran last year, it was a historic run. I remember that talking to the people, and they tell me that many families lost their houses, and they don't know what the future holds for them. So I will make sure that we develop talents, whether it's Somali Americans or any other community or in the district, develop talents and appoint appropriately. So merit, I believe merit based on system, that you appoint somebody because of their merit, not based on because their gender or their race. And merit based on system, that's what I believe.
You balance your pro-business outlook with the need to regulate.
Very good. What I believe that is we need to have a sensible regulation. So I'm not against regulation. Regulation is perfect. We have to have sensible regulation. The District 61, the biggest concern that our district is facing is unemployment. We have a huge unemployment in our district. So I would like to bring the unemployment in my district as much as possible, as low as we can. So what I would like to offer was that targeted tax cut to the businesses so they can come and invest in our district. So that's what I'm doing when I'm pro-business. But I'm also very sensible regulation. We need to have regulation. People, the government is our side. Government it does a lot of things. That's why I said that I believe the mission of government, but I'm troubled by its failure. So what we need to do that is, and that excellent question mark is how we can bring all the people in our districts together, and we can embrace businesses to come, so the people in my district will have a job, and this will lower crimes. This will have a wide-ranging effect. That's what I mean. Very excellent question. But I'm a sensible regulation, but I'm also pro-business. I want to make every effort that I can. I will be in the legislature introducing bills after bills to make sure that businesses come out of district. The unemployment is the biggest concern in my district, and I hear that message loud and clear, and I will do something about it if I have the chance to be elected.
Thank you. For business on those, there's no tax on those two items, at least state tax. There's been a lot of talk about putting tax on clothing or groceries. Do any of you support that kind of a tax on either clothing or groceries? Because
those are grocery sales that aren't currently taxed. For me, I think one of the great things about our state's tax code is the fact that we don't tax those items. And I've lived in states where there's no sales tax. And the incentive that you see is that people are more willing to make smaller purchases because it's not going to be impacted by that. Small grocers the average sale isn't going to be like what you see at Cook Foods or Rainbow, where people are spending $200-300 for groceries. They're going to come in with a $20 bill, get what they need for their meal that night, and I don't think we should be adding to that bill when all they're going to be buying is maybe a loaf of bread and some fruits and vegetables. So taxing that is unwise.
For adding taxes for clothing or food. But what I would advocate, and I think it would be really helpful to look at whether or not we can have a checkoff on our income tax forms. People want to give money to the state of Minnesota, believe it or not. There's no way for them to do it. The upper 2% of the income earners in Minnesota, there are people who would like to be able to check a box off on their income tax and give more money to the state of Minnesota, and I think that would be one of the most innovative ways that we can raise revenue, but certainly not taxing clothing or food.
Thank you. That's a good question. I would like to echo what Napoleon said that I would not advocate sales tax for food and clothing. That's unacceptable. But what I would advocate is high-end sales tax for high-end people who buy very expensive stores. We, for example, the last biennial budget, $34 billion that the state of Minnesota spends every 2 years. We balanced the budget because we delayed the school payments and the bonding bill for private companies. That's not how you balance the budget. We have to, the state of Minnesota must learn to spend less and operate better. So we have to understand that efficiency, cutting bureaucracy, and making sure that the government delivers the service that the people decide. I will not advocate sales increase tax for because it will hit the people who are lower income and middle class. If you increase the food tax the sales for food and clothing, so it will target lower income people and middle class, and it's something that I would definitely not going to do it, especially higher end stores. Thank you.
General election will be October 18th as well. I wanted to thank the candidates and everybody who came. Another statement. There's a closing remark. I'm sorry.
I think you ought to ask every candidate that question. I think each one of us ought to have an opportunity to respond to that question.
I said there was going to be a 1.5 minute for closing remarks for each candidate. So we're going to start with this. Where did we stop last question we asked before we went to the audience? We stopped at...
I think Kyle started.
I think we just stopped at Kyle. So why don't we start with the person?
Volley DFL for having this candidate forum. I think it was a great opportunity to sit down and listen to each one of the candidates and look at their experience, look at their values, to take a good look inside in terms of what they will do as we start our next legislative session. I'm going to continue to fight as I've been for progressive values. I'm going to continue to be authentic. I'm going to continue to be accessible. And we're going to continue to fight like the Gibbons against a group of people in the GOP-led legislature who looks to balance the budget on the people in our district's backs. So I look forward for your support. I look forward to seeing you at our convention on the 27th, and I will certainly look forward to seeing you on September 13th, where we will continue on our journey to make sure that we have a very, very strong state senate and continuing Representative Clark and Senator Bergen's legacy.
Again, I thank the audience for participating and my fellow candidates, and also the Somali Caucus, DFL, for hosting this opportunity. I'm running because I have seen structural inequities. Immigrants and refugees are left out in the process. A lot of things that the last little things that gave people hope, benefits, jobs, possibility of higher education, support structures had been almost completely eliminated. It is time to decide whether we would continue on this path, or do we need to, or we can work together. I am ready to work. I believe in politics of inclusion, I believe that even though politics is local, it has a global impact. What we do in 61, the canary of the gold mine, is going to happen everywhere else. So it is very important that we look at what we can do locally so that we can have a bigger impact. I believe in building our economy, family from family, block to block. I believe in economic development to create new jobs. We've talked a lot about jobs. We need to fix our broken housing market. So many people are losing their homes. We need to have a vision where everybody play a role in our community. And I thank you, and I hope that you would support my candidacy. September 13th is my birthday.
Thank you very
It is
much.
my birthday.
Thank you very much. First, happy Ramadan to everybody. I would like to thank the Somali DFM practices for hosting this important event. I would also like to thank my colleagues who are with me today, the audience, and their family. My friends, less than a month, we have a history to make in our district. We're going to have a special election that will be held on September 15th. I will be a candidate in that election. I'm asking you your vote. If you believe that the last 3 years, the economic depression that our district has suffered, if you believe that we need to go the new direction of our district, if you believe that every child in our district deserves world-class education, if you believe that we need to create jobs for the people of the district, if you believe that we need to expand the healthcare affordable for all, I'm your candidate. I am a new kind of leader. I have my ideology is what borders. I am a consensus builder. I believe American people. I'm a very proud American who wants to serve this country, and I'm ready for this job. I have my experience through the real life. If you will enter your vote, I will make you proud. At September 15, I will lead your vote. Thank you very much.
I'm just trying to put it up. I wasn't give questions.